Hey everybody, it's Ray from Rofo Audio welcoming you back to our second episode of Inside Now Broadcasting. This is our web series that takes you behind the scenes of the writing, pre-production, and recording of the songs on our new album, Now Broadcasting. This is episode 2, and this is Maisie. Early on, once songs started to come together, and we realized that we were going to make the effort to do a full-length album, the first decisions that we had to make were, when are we going to record the album and where? And I had known Brett for quite some time, and I reached out to him, and he was excited and willing to, engineer and help us do the record. And so once we started working out some scheduling things, his first suggestion was that we possibly cut the drums at a studio other than his, which is Saturation Acres, but that we cut the drums elsewhere. And he happens to be an engineer at another studio up in the Music, Pennsylvania area called Holland Sound. And he had told me that they not only have a really great drum room, but they also have a 24-track, 2-inch tape machine. And so we made the decision with Brett to record the drums analog for this record. And it turned out to be a really great decision because they sound fantastic. So that was a first step in kind of mapping out, sonically what we wanted to do with, the record as a whole. So if you're not a musician, you may not realize that during the recording process, most of the instruments are recorded separately. When it comes to recording the drums, it's sort of a bigger beast because you not only have to get the technical part down, but you also are trying to get the feel of the tune down. Much the same way that we're in a rehearsal room or when we play live on stage, there's a feel and a vibe to the tune. And that's what we're trying to recreate in the drum room in the recording studio when we're cutting the drums. And so that's why, I play along with him when we do it. It's not only so that he knows where he is throughout the course of the song, but it's also we try to generate that feeling and that vibe so that we can capture that on tape. So since we're making this part of episode 2, Drew came in and sat down and he and I discussed what it was like to cut the drums, not only for Maisie, but also what it was like for those 2 days to cut the drums for all the songs on Now Broadcasting.
I remember the whole tempo thing we had going on.
Like what?
Where it was like a fine line to where it
was too fast.
was too fast, and it was too fast, and then could we play it slower? Could we play it slower? And I said, I can't. I don't think I could play it any slower.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I don't know, we hit that perfect tempo is, I think, that makes that song go. There's the drumming face of concentration there.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Also, I love the way the drums sound on the record. Like, when I envisioned it, like, when we were playing it, it sounded like that. Like it's when it finally came back and the final mix was done, it sounded like I wanted it to sound like.
For that song?
For that song.
And you cut it? You pretty much cut it exactly how you would do
exactly,
it
yeah.
for a year?
Yep. Especially that one. That one's like. That one kind of has an exact drum part.
Like once we get done a take?
Yeah, I remember a couple times. I remember messing up the same exact spot 3 or 4 times in a row that I had never had a problem with or messed up before. I can remember listening back, like, okay, let's listen to it and see what we got. And we'd listen to a track. And then Brett would say, what do you think? You like it? And everything good? And sometimes I would know right away, no, something wasn't right or I missed something. Other times I would, I think that's it. That's a good take, and we would keep it and then move on to the next song. And then we got back and we started cutting guitars or whatever. And there's a little glitch in there that I, something was, timing-wise was off, or And I still hear, like, you know, no one else probably hears it, but I'll hear little things in there. But by the time you get done cutting all the tracks and doing everything over top of it, you know, not that it hides it in there, but it just becomes part of the song. Like, there's a couple little nuances in there that end up becoming part of the song because, you know, it was like a glorious mistake.
It's like working folklore.
Yeah.
Probably when people watch the footage of you and I cutting the drums and stuff, being in the room, it's like, what I realize that it's sort of like this vacant kind of thing where, like, I'm standing there playing guitar, but you can't even hear it if you're in the room unless you have a set of headphones on. And I was almost worthless because I'm trying so hard not to screw you up. Like, all I can remember thinking, like, when I'm standing there cutting and I'm like so nervous because I'm like, you know, I'm trying to play guitar and sing as well as I can just to make sure that I'm doing what I can do to get the best drum track that we can and help you. But
That's what I mean. When you go back and listen to, like, a finished drum track and you're like, you listen to it all the way with nothing, with no accompaniment with it.
right.
It's like, yeah, I think it's okay,
Right.
but I don't know.
Quick record.
Or if you thought it wasn't good, and he would say, sounded like something musical to me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a big line for those 2 nights. And you believed him. And
Yeah.
we should, and we did.
And he was right.
He was right.
That sucker.
But yeah, that's
But yeah, very sad when my 2 days was over. I was done.
it went fast.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to be done, but I didn't want to be done. Like, you know, I wanted more to do with it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Are you hitting first on that solo thing? You are, right? Like when I go, boom, boom. Or do you hit first, or do I hit first?
I don't know what I'm
Play the solo. So we go. Actually, you go first. Can you do that? Here, try this. Do that. So we go. Cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stupid cable. Give it a shot.
Let's do the whole thing once you guys get settled with it here. You know what I mean? Get settled with it, just playing it here.
Right, okay.
Whole chorus.
Yeah, go for
And we'll do a double.
it. Okay.
Okay? Because then the single it just goes to that E minor walk.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 2.
That was the major, right?
Tripping on the sun's not for me. Designer trinkets for a nominal fee. Chagile too for your identity. And your status updates instantly. Hey, Maisie. Oh, he comes in. I'll show you.
Really strong. That was it. I thought all of those were good.
Good.
I think that's it.
Yeah?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Next chorus.
Keep it copacetic.
Yes, sir.
Dude, that looks like John Malkovich on this old Swedish person puzzle. It's really creepy looking.
It's one of those Russian dolls.
Yeah, unless of course it's a relative of yours, then he's handsome as hell.
Oh, it's John
Get
Malkovich.
it. What's that?
John Malkovich.
Okay.